Have you ever dreamed of a place where snow-draped peaks meet storybook villages, and time seems to pause for beauty? Welcome to Switzerland, a land where history whispers through castle walls and innovation pulses beneath serene landscapes. From medieval abbeys to futuristic science labs, this country is a treasure trove of wonders. Did you know there's a Swiss town where cars are completely banned and people get around by electric taxis and sleighs? Here's a quick quiz. Which city houses the world's largest particle physics lab? Stick around for the answer. And if you're ready to explore, hit that subscribe button now. Rising like a jagged monument to the sky, the Matterhorn is one of the most recognized peaks in the world. Towering at 4,478 meters, 14,692 feet, it dominates the skyline of Zermatt and commands reverence from mountaineers and nature lovers alike. Its almost perfect pyramid shape was sculpted by ancient glaciers, making it not only a geological wonder, but also a symbol of raw, natural beauty. The mountain's perilous charm led to the first ascent in 1865, a triumph that ended in tragedy when 4 climbers fell to their deaths on the descent. Today, Zermatt has transformed into a car-free haven where the Matterhorn watches over like a timeless guardian. Whether you're admiring its reflection in a crystal-clear alpine lake or skiing its powdery slopes, the Matterhorn is a reminder of nature's grandeur and man's eternal quest to conquer it, without ever truly owning it. Floating serenely on the edge of Lake Geneva, Château de Chillon is Switzerland's most visited historic monument, and for good reason. With its roots tracing back to Roman times, the castle we see today was built in the 12th century by the House of Savoy. And later transformed into a fortress, residence, and prison. Its location was strategic, controlling the road between northern and southern Europe. Inside, you'll find beautifully preserved frescoes, Gothic vaults, and dungeons that once held political prisoners, including the famous Bonivard, immortalized by Lord Byron in his poem The Prisoner of Chillon. Each stone tells a story, from candle-lit banquets to solemn solitary confinement. Surrounded by the shimmering lake on 3 sides and the Alps as a backdrop. This fairy-tale castle blends romance, history, and political intrigue into one captivating experience. It's not just a monument, It's a time capsule echoing Switzerland's medieval soul. Beneath the quiet countryside near Geneva lies one of the most ambitious scientific projects humanity has ever undertaken. CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research. Founded in 1954, CERN is home to the Large Hadron Collider, the world's largest and most powerful particle accelerator. Spanning a 27-kilometer underground ring, it smashes protons together at near-light speeds to explore the building blocks of the universe. This is where the Higgs boson, also called the God particle, was discovered in 2012, confirming a missing piece of the standard model of physics. But CERN is more than a lab. It's a symbol of global collaboration, with thousands of scientists from over 100 countries working together. Ironically, one of the most revolutionary inventions made here wasn't even about particles. It was the World Wide Web, invented at CERN in 1989 to help physicists share data. From atoms to algorithms, CERN continues to shape our future. Bern, the capital of Switzerland, is not your average political hub. Its UNESCO-listed Old Town is a preserved medieval gem, wrapped in arcaded walkways and rich in Renaissance charm. Built on a peninsula formed by the Aar River, this city center has changed little since the 12th century. The iconic Zitglogge clock tower, with its astronomical clock and animated figurines, has been telling time since the 1400s. And once guided Albert Einstein, who developed his theory of relativity while living here. Sandstone buildings, red tiled roofs, and cobblestone streets create a sense of timelessness. While historic fountains and cellar taverns breathe life into every corner. Bern isn't just about visual beauty. It's about rhythm, with public markets, seasonal festivals, and people cycling through history every day. It's a place where past and present walk hand in hand, and where every turn invites you deeper into Switzerland's cultural heart. Imagine standing above the clouds, surrounded by a glacier so vast it looks like a frozen ocean, with snow-capped peaks stretching to the horizon. That's Jungfraujoch, known as the Top of Europe. Located at 3,454 meters, 11,332 feet, it's the highest railway station on the continent, accessible by a cogwheel train that tunnels through the mighty Eiger and Munch Mountains. The journey itself is an engineering marvel, opened in 1912 after 16 years of daring construction. But the destination is just as awe-inspiring. Here lies the Aletsch Glacier, the largest in the Alps and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The air is thin, the silence powerful, and the panorama otherworldly. Ice palaces, observation decks, and research centers dot the icy expanse. This isn't just a sightseeing spot. It's a powerful reminder of Earth's natural wonders and the effort it takes to stand among them without disturbing their majesty. If the Swiss Alps were a symphony, Lauterbrunnen Valley would be its most poetic movement. This glacial U-shaped valley, flanked by dramatic cliffs and lush meadows, is home to 72 waterfalls, some of which thunder down from heights over 300 meters. The most famous, Staubbach Falls, inspired Goethe's poetry and still cascades with ethereal grace near the village edge. Lauterbrunnen's name translates to many fountains, and rightly so. Water is the valley's soul. The quaint wooden chalets and flower-filled balconies paint a picture of alpine serenity untouched by time. But it's not all quiet beauty. Just above lies Mürren, a car-free mountain village, and the Schildhorn Peak, known for its 360-degree views, and the famous Bond movie on Her Majesty's Secret Service. Lauterbrunnen is both a peaceful retreat and a gateway to adventure, where every footstep feels like a line from a poem written in nature's own hand. Tucked away in the city of St. Gallen is a jewel of medieval intellect and artistry, the Abbey of St. Gall. Once one of Europe's most important Benedictine abbeys, it dates back to the 8th century and became a center of learning, culture, and music. The Abbey Library is its crown jewel, one of the oldest in the world, housing over 170,000 priceless manuscripts, some over 1,000 years old. With its Rococo woodwork, ceiling frescoes, and carved balconies, the library feels more like a sacred gallery than a place of books. The surrounding cathedral, a masterpiece of Baroque architecture, still echoes with Gregorian chants and the footsteps of monks from centuries past. This UNESCO World Heritage Site isn't just about religious history. It's about the preservation of European knowledge, art, and spirit. It's where human thought found sanctuary, and where ancient wisdom still breathes between pages. Curving through mountains like a sapphire ribbon, Lake Lucerne is one of Switzerland's most picturesque bodies of water, with fjord-like fingers reaching into forested valleys and alpine villages. At its heart lies the charming city of Lucerne, where medieval architecture and natural beauty converge. The most iconic landmark? Chapel Bridge, Kapellbrücke, Europe's oldest covered wooden bridge, built in the 14th century. Lined with a series of 17th-century paintings depicting Lucerne's history, the bridge leads to the water tower, which once served as a prison and treasury. Strolling along its planks is like walking through a living museum. The lake itself has inspired artists like Turner and writers like Mark Twain. With steamboats gliding across the water and mountains like Pilatus and Rigi towering above, Lake Lucerne offers both peace and grandeur. It's not just a scenic escape, it's a place where culture floats on crystal waters. The Aletsch Glacier is the silent giant of the Swiss Alps, a 23-kilometer-long river of ice that flows with the patience of millennia. It's the largest glacier in the Alps and a UNESCO World Heritage Site for good reason. Covering over 80 square kilometers, it plays a vital role in Europe's freshwater ecosystem and is a living record of climate history. Its frozen surface may look still, but it's constantly shifting, slowly carving valleys and reshaping landscapes as it has for thousands of years. Atop nearby Eggeshorn, visitors are greeted with a jaw-dropping panoramic view of this icy serpent winding between snow-clad peaks. Despite its glacial pace, the Aletsch is melting faster each year, becoming a symbol of both awe and urgency. Visiting the glacier isn't just a bucket list experience. It's a lesson in the fragility of natural wonders and the responsibility we share in protecting them. Welcome to the Swiss National Park, Switzerland's first and only national park, founded in 1914 and one of the oldest in Europe. Located in the canton of Graubünden, near the town of Zernez, this protected wilderness covers 170 square kilometers of unspoiled alpine terrain. The rules here are strict. No picking flowers, no camping, not even stepping off marked trails. And yet, within these boundaries, nature thrives in its purest form. Marmots whistle from rocky crevices, ibex scale jagged cliffs, and golden eagles soar above ancient pine forests. It's like stepping into a prehistoric world untouched by human hands. The park is also a haven for scientific research, offering invaluable data on alpine ecology and conservation. With over 80 kilometers of hiking trails, it invites visitors to explore a landscape where humans are merely observers, and every sound, scent, and sight tells a story older than civilization itself. Where the Alps meet the lake and music fills the air, that's Montreux. Nestled on the shores of Lake Geneva, this sun-kissed town is known for its laid-back elegance and the world-famous Montreux Jazz Festival. Walk along the flower-lined promenade, where palm trees sway against a backdrop of snow-dusted peaks. It's here that Freddie Mercury found inspiration, and a statue in his honor now gazes over the lake. Vineyards spill down nearby slopes, and paddle steamers glide across the water, evoking a timeless charm. Montreux isn't just a resort, it's a mood. It's where culture, music, and nature dance together in perfect harmony. Tucked in northeastern Switzerland, Appenzell feels like a living postcard. With its candy-colored buildings, hand-painted facades, and rolling green hills, it's a place where folklore is part of daily life. Here, cows wear floral headdresses during alpine descents, and yodeling isn't a performance, it's a conversation. Hiking trails wind through the Alpstein Mountains, leading to peaks like Sentis and hidden gems like Sea Alpsea. This is also the birthplace of Appenzeller cheese, made by hand and matured in mountain caves. Appenzell isn't about ticking off sites. It's about soaking in a way of life where simplicity is celebrated, and the old ways are still the best ways. Europe's most powerful waterfall, the Rhine Falls, is a spectacle of untamed energy and natural wonder. Spanning 150 meters in width and plunging 23 meters in height, the falls unleash an unrelenting roar as the mighty Rhine River crashes over ancient rocks. The surrounding region has been inhabited since Roman times, and the falls have witnessed centuries of trade, warfare, and folklore. Legend says medieval knights once guarded the riverbanks, watching as invaders attempted to cross its turbulent waters. Today, you can stand mere meters from the pounding water on specially built platforms, or take a boat to the central rock and feel the spray on your face. Nearby Laufen Castle, perched above the falls, adds a touch of medieval drama to the already cinematic landscape. More than a natural attraction, the Rhine Falls embody Europe's wild side, dynamic, enduring, and unforgettable. Imagine terraced vineyards cascading down toward a glittering lake, framed by the Alps in the distance. That's the Lavaux Vineyard Terraces, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a masterpiece of human harmony with nature. Cultivated since the 11th century by Benedictine and Cistercian monks, Lavaux is more than just wine country. It's a living testament to cultural tradition, agricultural innovation, and scenic artistry. These vineyards stretch for about 30 kilometers along Lake Geneva, supported by dry stone walls and sun-drenched slopes that yield world-class Chasselas grapes. Walking through Lavaux is like entering a painting, with quaint villages like Cully and Saint-Saphorin offering cellar tastings and breathtaking views. The landscape tells a story of generations who shaped the earth with their hands, creating beauty and sustenance together. Lavaux isn't just a place to drink wine, it's a place to toast to history, heritage, and the simple elegance of tradition. Cross the Alps and find yourself in a place that feels like Italy and Switzerland shook hands. Welcome to Ticino. With its Mediterranean flair, palm-lined lakes, and sun-drenched piazzas, Ticino offers a completely different vibe. Lugano and Locarno boast lakeside charm, pastel buildings, and open-air cafes. Castles crown hilltops in Bellinzona, while rustic villages like Morcote spill down hillsides into deep blue waters. The food? Think risotto, polenta, and gelato under olive trees. And yet, the mountains are never far, offering hiking, biking, and hidden waterfalls. Ticino is where the Swiss precision meets Italian passion, and every moment feels like a slow-motion postcard. If this journey through the wonders of Switzerland stirred your imagination, inspired your next adventure, or simply helped you escape the ordinary, then don't let it end here. Hit that subscribe button and join a community that explores the most breathtaking places on Earth, one story at a time. Because the world is full of wonders, and your next discovery is just one click away.